Okay, let's talk about correlation test in SPSS. First of all, correlation is defined as relationship between two variables. If two variable moves in same direction, it is called positive correlation. But if two variable moves in opposite direction, then it is called negative correlation. And if there is no correlation, it is called zero correlation. So actually the correlation is measured in terms of correlation coefficient, which is represented as R, and the value of R ranges from +1 to -1. Okay, so when this R value falls on this side, positive sides, it is called positive correlation, and when this R value falls in this negative sides, then there is negative correlation between the variables. And if value is 0, then we can say there is no correlation between the variables. Okay, now let's perform the test in SPSS. This is the SPSS file showing the A and B variables data. Now let's compute the relationship between these two variables. So for this, let's go to the analyze, then correlate, then since there are two variable, bivariates, then choose the variables A and B in this box, go to the option. If you need mean and standard deviation, you can click here, continue. Here three options are there. Spearman correlation is there, Kendall's is there, and Pearson is there. So this Spearman and Kendall is for non-parametric data, and this Pearson is for parametric data. Right now we are doing this Pearson one. Okay, so you can choose test of significance here, one-tailed or two-tailed. Here we are doing two-tailed. Then click on OK. So this is the correlation result. This is the descriptive table which shows the mean and standard deviation value of variables, and this is the correlation one. So let's see here, correlation between this A and not A and B. Okay, so we are performing this test to see the relation between A and B variables, and this is the R value, which is correlation coefficient, and which is the 0.945, almost near to the 1, and it is positive. So we can say that the A and B variables are positively correlated here. Okay, that means when A increase, B will also increase, and same goes for both sides. And this is the P value 0.0001, which is significant, and we can say that the A and B are significantly correlated with each other. So this is the correlation result. We can also make the graph of this A and B variable correlation. To build the graph, let's go to the graph and chart builder. Then you can see here, first I'll reset over here. Then you can go to the scatter plot, then model which you want. Okay, then in the axis you plot the variable. Suppose in y-axis I put A variable, and in x-axis B variable. Now click on OK. So this is the graph showing the relationship between the variable, and these are scattered dots are the data of those variables. When you double click on it, you can see the line also. Okay, so finally this is the graphical representation in scatter plot to see the relationship between A and B variable. So in this way you can compute the correlation test in SPSS.